to what the left has to say. They're actually questioning your entire presupposition. They question the validity of the argument that what we have today, the society that we have today, is something of value. That's their main point.
They can choose to live in other countries if they want. Why don't they move them to India or Africa if they are so unhappy with material wealth? I mean, it is easy to downgrade, oh, this is only materialist, material wealth and all the rest of it. But if you are so concerned about that, then there are plenty of places in the world where you can go, but they don't go there. And you say, where are the people trying to move to? There's no mass migration movement from African country to India. There's no mass migration movement to Southeast Asia. The mass migration movement is to countries that are wealthier. And it should be recognized that they are wealthier for a reason.
They say we shouldn't have to move. We are the victims here. We are the victims of your oppression, and what you present as civilization is actually this story of oppression of whatever we value as a value.
Okay. Most of societies until about 1800s lived in the Malthusian age. That is, the growth of population outstripped the increase in productivity. That is, what Malthus described is no longer true, but it was true until about 1800. Again, to repeat, if the population increases, and of course before you had birth controls and things like that, the population dramatically increased sometimes. But you can feed an increasing population only if you have at the same time economic growth. If you have productivity advances that make it possible that additional people can also be fed. Until the 18th century, you had throughout the entire world massive amounts of people dying off because the economy did not allow everyone to survive. So the Western societies drew themselves out of this trap. It was not because they exploited any other society whatsoever, because there was nothing to exploit from these other societies. They were also poor. Since that time we have growing population plus increasing general standards of living on a worldwide scale. There have never been as many people freed out of extreme poverty as in the last 200 years. You can then only say they exploited their own workers. But the problem there is, of course, the workers could have become capitalists themselves. They decided not to become capitalists themselves because it had to require that they had to wait far longer before they would ever be paid wages. They decided, I want to become employed because as an employee I will become paid right away, whereas if I become a capitalist myself, I first have to build all the capital goods and have to wait until the capital goods are ready and turn out consumer goods, and only then do I collect any income.
But even the claim that we're feeding more people than ever, that we can feed the growing population, is under attack today. And if you look at Greta Thunberg, what she was saying in the United Nations just a couple of days ago.
How dare you!
I dare you! I double dare you, motherfucker!
She's attacking this exact idea that there's, there's too many of us, the situation cannot be sustained, and that you were selling, that's what they say, that we've been selling them a lie.
Okay, then, people who have that fear, I always tell, look, you can reduce the problem by one. If you just simply kill yourself on the spot, then the problem is already one person less. So, you have like Prince Harry and whatever, this Meghan girl. So they said, we only have one child. We don't want another child because a second child will be an additional problem for world climate and so forth. Then the question, why did you even have the first child? Why didn't you kill yourself on the spot? Then the problem is a little bit less. And the Greens and all of these people are not in favor of population control in Africa. Africa is the continent where you have enormous growth rates of population. Russia is a dying population. I mean, the number is declining. In Germany is declining. The only fact that it doesn't decline is because of the mass immigration that takes place, which all go on welfare in Germany. There is practically no European country that the native population even maintains the same size. The Western societies are by and large dying out, so we do what Greta Thunberg wants us to do, except that she doesn't kill herself. The countries that are the major danger are precisely those African countries with enormous, they have 5 kids, 10 kids, no problem. But this is not made into a problem. Quite to the contrary, we are the ones who are responsible for all of the evil things that go on in these places. Even though, according to their own doctrine, they are the main problem. That they just simply can't curtail their population growth.